Hi, my name is Jason with Nightly Creations. This week's video is going to be focusing on the chainmail spiral weave. So let's go ahead and head over to the bench and give it a try.
All right, welcome to the workbench. I see that you've made it here. Today, like I said earlier, we're going to be working on the spiral chain weave. So this is the weave that you'll end up with at the end of this video. Of course, you can extend it as much as you want to make a necklace or a wallet chain even, or even just a simple bracelet. Now, this is an unstable weave, so once you let go of it, it becomes kind of gobbledygook mess, but we're going to go over how to maintain that spiral and give you some tips and tricks along the way. So let's go ahead and head over and take a look at the materials list and get going. All right, so for today's tutorial, all you're going to need are two sets of pliers. So these are Xuron 846 bent nose. They're my favorite kind of pliers for this gauge and size of ring. And then I've set aside 40 different rings in 4 different colors. And the colors are purely just to show you, give you a hint of which rings we're going through as we go through this tutorial so you don't get too confused on my side. So let's go ahead and get started. Now for the basis of this tutorial, we're using 16 gauge 5/16 inch rings, but you can use just about any size that you want. This aspect ratio is typically pretty good. To get started, we're going to go ahead and close one ring, and then we're going to immediately close another one behind it. So kind of creating a one-on-one chain here. So now what we're going to do is, the thing you want to keep in mind is that we're always going to twist up with I'm twisting up with my right hand. I'm left-handed, so I typically am left dominated in my chainmailing. And so this is green, this is a light green, and we're going to use another yellow ring, and we're going to go right through this. Drop that. And close. Now, this is at the point where we're going to go ahead and get a little piece of twist tie. And this twist tie is just to indicate what side we're starting on. And I'm going to put a loop through the first 2 rings we started with, which were that green and light green. And once again, what we're doing is we're starting, there we go, don't want to make it too tight. We're always going to go through 2 rings. So our next color here is this light gray, and it's going to go through our yellow and gray ring. So if we were to put it down here, or light yellow and light gray, light green, if I could speak correctly. And we're just going to push it through, pull up our pliers, and close. So now we have four rings, and we're always twisting up. No matter what we do, we grab a hold of this twist tie, we grab the other side, and twist up. And that basically, if we keep in that habit, we'll always maintain the right direction. All right. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and zoom in a bit here. There we go. So let's go ahead and go to the next color. So the next colors are our green here. And once again, we're going to go through the top 2 rings. So we're going to flip that in, let go, close our ring. Now, just a pro tip here, kind of want to listen for that clack as you merge the little butt ends there together. So once again, we're grabbing our ring that we just attached, and we're going to twist up. That way we can maintain that spiral. Going to go to a light green. There you go. Once again, we're just putting that through the last 2 rings, and we're going to close it and twist up, and it's maintaining. So let's go ahead and go on to our next color. This is our yellow, and yellow will always go through that light green and dark green. That's what we're going to do every time as we go through this. Now you may not have the different colors, and that's perfectly fine. The colors I'm using are purely just to try to help you out. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this dark gray. And the dark gray is going to go through the yellow and the light green. Close that. We're just going to make sure that we're flush and even. That way we don't catch on any clothes or anything like that. Okay, going back to that dark green, which is always going through that light gray and that bright yellow. Close our ring. And then you can drop, twist up. See that? We're starting to get our spiral here. And you just want to choke up on that. Add our next ring. Once again, only going through those first 2. This is a spiral 4-in-1. Now if you have a ring with a larger inner diameter, like I said, these are 5/16 rings. You could possibly even go to a 5-in-1 or a 6-in-1. The inner diameter is what limits you here. The inner diameter, or the ratio between the inner diameter and the outside, the actual ring width there. So we're on our gray again. So let's go ahead and bring that in. That's just going through our last 2 rings there. Okay. Once again, green ring. That's the first ring. That's the second ring. We always go through to the second ring. Close our ring. And then twist up. Remember, if we keep twisting up, we'll maintain this all the way through. Maintain the same direction. So, next ring, 1, 2. And then twist up. Okay. So remember, you can go as long as you want. A chain with this width, and like I said, this is 5/16, means that we're about a 1/2 inch wide when you include the width of the actual wire as well. So when you have a 1/2 inch chain, that means doing a bracelet might be a little bulky, but that's a personal preference. So you can do a wallet chain or a bracelet, or a necklace rather, sorry. And a good way to do that is just to keep on adding rings. That's all we want to do. And you just add rings until you get the length you want. And there's a couple ways we can manage this. We can loop it in on each other, where it just becomes one huge ring. Or you can, every time you put it on, just twist it. And that sounds like a bothersome task, but it's not bad once you, whoops, you don't drag that away from yourself. Okay, there we go. Put down that set of pliers. It'll be a little bit easier. There we go. There you go. So we're keep twisting, right? You don't have to unravel the entire way or ravel it up the entire way. You just need to and force that twist. That way you continuously know where you are. So close. Get on another ring. And close. There you go. You may have heard that little snap as we got the butts of either side of the ring pretty close. Okay, dark green. So remember, just not the first one. We want to go through the first and the second one. And we want to keep twisting, and we're twisting up. One, two. Close the ring. Just checking to make sure it doesn't have any nicks or burrs in it. Don't want it catching your skin when you go to put it on. That'd be unfortunate, right? So just keep twisting up. We're adding not the first one, but through the second one. So remember, the yellow is always going through the light green and the dark green on this particular one. And then the gray is always going through the yellow and the light green. And then the green is always going through the gray and the yellow. It's just a constant movement. There you go. And see, you're getting the hang of it already. However, if you are having any difficulty, let's just keep going. So, adding another one, going 2 rings back, closing our ring, adding our ring again, moving forward. And you can see that we're actually creating a lot of length here. And don't worry, we have plenty of rings to go through some more here, so if you're still catching up, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone goes at their own pace. And if we let go, just wrinkle it out. And see, even if we pull on it, kind of has a twist. And just remember to flip up. And all of a sudden it tightens up. Looks like a little bit of piece of DNA. Alright. So let's go ahead and add our green ring. Once again, going 2 rings back, like I said, always capturing that gray and our yellow one. I don't know why I chose these colors. Just kind of picked them out of the box. 2 rings. And close. Turn up. Ring goes 2 rings back. And close. And remember, we're always twisting up. Adding our ring. And close. Alright, twisting up again. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to poke you in the eye there. Twisting up. Let's add our next ring. Go ahead and close it. Twist up. Next ring. And close. twist up. And where does the ring go again? 2 rings back, right? 1 ring, 2 ring. Now we're going to close that. There you go. Twisting up. Now remember, you can twist whatever direction is beneficial to you, as long as you maintain that same direction. And like I said, I'm doing this left-handed, but you can do it right-handed, or if you're ambidextrous, if you'd like, you can switch it up every time you go around. As long as you twist it the same way, it should be okay. Just going to add our ring, 2 back. There we go. Let's go ahead and close that. There we go. Twist up. Oh, we're on our last rings here. So, go ahead and close. We have 2 more rings left to go. There we go. Now, maybe you don't think that this ring size is good. This is maybe too chunky. It's actually a very popular ring size for those in the SCA or at Ren fairs. You can find a lot of people with big chains. Okay, here's our last ring. Going 2 back, right? There you go. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and zoom out here for you. Now you can see our lovely chain that we've created. And like I mentioned earlier, you run into a slight problem if you don't have it tackled down. It just kind of unravels on you. So what you can do is twist it up. You can actually loop it together so it maintains that loop. Now, for a long bracelet or a long necklace, you'll of course want to go a little bit longer. This will fit over 2 or 3 fingers. Okay, and there you go. So if you put a clasp on one side and a large ring on the other, you can just kind of pull them across. Make sure you twist them first so you get that twist. Then you'll be good to go. Be sporting a nice spiral chain. All right, let's see that outro.
Thank you for watching the video. If you liked what you saw, be sure to hit that like button, and then leave us a note in the comments about what you would like to be able to see in the future. And then, subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified the moment your suggestion goes live. Remember, YouTube is not our only social media outlet, so check us out in other areas, and we look forward to seeing you out there. Have a good day.